Hi there, I'm the girly, and I would like to begin by asking that you mirror this video if you are so inclined. Yes, YouTube is unsubscribing people from certain channels without their knowledge. Yes, there is a temporary band-aid on a gaping wound fix. So before we get into further detail, here is what you can do to make sure you don't miss any future videos from myself or anyone else that you're subscribed to. Do you see my icon and name just below the video you're watching? To the right of the red subscribe button is a tiny bell. Click on that bell. Now select Send me all notifications for this channel and click Save. If you'd like to adjust what form of notification you'd like to receive, you can do that via the Manage Settings link. Right. Not perfect, but it'll do. Now on to the meat of the problem. Let's get the obvious out of the way first. No, these are not inactive channels. This is not the usual cleanup we've come to expect. No, this is not people simply unsubscribing by choice. I'm sure there's a factor of that included, but it's not the core of the problem. Now, when you can refresh your page and see subscribers drop by 20 in the course of 2 seconds, yes, there does seem to be a pattern to it, and we'll get into that. This is something I noticed quite a few months ago, but I wasn't entirely sure about. I couldn't decide if I thought it was a glitch or if it was intentional. I couldn't decide if perhaps lack of interest was simply the reason, at least in terms of my own channel. However, I've since studied my analytics, and I have received tons of complaints from my viewers stating that they hadn't seen a new video for months before realizing that they'd been unsubscribed. I noticed that my audience retention, the view count, was still healthy, and seen enough people reporting on this to establish my opinion on what's going on, and that is that I believe YouTube is doing this intentionally. Oh, sure, they put out their video twiddling their thumbs innocently. Oh, what are you guys talking about? Nothing's wrong. Everything's totally copacetic up in here. Uh-huh. Suck a dragon dildo and choke on the knot. This was something that, at least in my case, literally began overnight, and I've since checked the social blade for a number of you, my friends on this platform, and I suggest you do the same, because a bunch of you are being equally screwed, and it would do you well to address it. Some larger tier channels have already done so, and yet it still continues. And there's a pattern to it, one that's suspiciously looking like it's meant to cause the most emotional stress to all the most, let's call them corporate unfriendly channels. Because it happens every time you upload. Yeah, upload a new video, bam! Big chunk of subscribers gone. This continues for several days afterwards, losing smaller portions consistently every day. Maybe they let a few subscriptions through, but then you lose an equal amount too, and usually more than the meager amount you gained. It's a system that is slowly and surely bleeding you dry. And while I might be wrong, while it could just be a glitch, based on the reaction from YouTube, the bold-faced bullshit in their response, and how creators responded in turn, that is, with a prominent middle finger, I'm banking on this being a calculated thing. One meant to shoehorn out the channels they don't quite find as family-friendly, read corporate-friendly, as they'd like. I think it a demoralizing move meant to force you off the platform without outright banning you. And I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I wake up tomorrow, find it all a terrible glitch they somehow missed and have fixed, and have to eat crow. Find this was just a total overreaction on my part and on the part of tons of other channels. But I don't think so. I guess we'll see.